Hey, it's Brandy and I'm back to share another project with you. This is a Christmas project. I figured while I was busy working on some teacher gifts for my kids, I would go ahead and share you what I'm making. So these are for the secondary teachers, my kids' gym teacher, music teacher, computer teacher. I'm doing something different for their classroom teacher, but I wanted to share this little gift with you. I'm sure you've seen different versions of this on YouTube. I was inspired by others. On here, the only thing I didn't like about theirs is that they always used a small, like, throwaway to-go cup. And so I wanted to find something that was a little bit more reusable. And so I found these. And so I will show you what I got. So I was at the Dollar Tree and I found these great little cute little plastic cups. They come in 4 different styles, but they come 2 to a pack, so you actually end up paying 50 cents for them, which is an awesome deal. They're plastic and they come with a top, and so all I'm going to do for my little gifts is I'm going to fill them up. I'm going to put some Hershey Kisses in them. I found little bottles of hand sanitizer. They come 3 to a pack at the Dollar Tree, so I have one of these in each of them. I have some little office supplies that I got at the Dollar Tree, just some paper clips and a bulldog clip. Oops, just there. And then a nice pen, so I got the Papermate profile pen. I got a pack of them, and I just put one in each one. And Expo markers, because teachers always need those. And then a little bit of instant coffee, and to top it off, a candy cane. So nothing crazy expensive in here. It's just a little something to say thank you and happy holidays. And then I wanted to make some cute packaging for them, so that's what I'm going to show you here, is my measurements for this particular cup that I got at the Dollar Tree. So you're going to need your paper trimmer and a 12 by 12 piece of paper. The first cut that you are going to make is going to be at 3.5 by 12. The second cut that you're going to make is going to be 3 and then you're going to cut this down to 11.5. So you're just taking off 1/2 inch on the edge. This piece you can just toss. If you save itty bitty scraps, you're more than welcome to save it. And then you're going to need a piece that's 5.5 by 5.5. So I'm just going to put this at 5.5. And you can save this. We're going to die cut from that later. Make sure that's square. Yep. So those are the 3 pieces you need for the actual container or display thing. Then you need your scoring board. And a scoring tool. So on the 5.5 by 5.5 piece, you're going to score 1 inch all the way around. That one's all set. On the 3.5 by 12 inch piece, you're going to score at 3.5. And on the 3.5, or the 3 by 11.5, excuse me. So the 3 inch by 11.5 inch, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. You're going to score at 4. You're going to score at 7.5 and at 11. Then you're going to rotate it and score at 2.5, so that way you have an edge on the bottom. Okay. So that's all the scoring that we're going to do. Then you're going to need a pair of scissors. and a bone folder. So a bone folder and a small pair of scissors. I'm going to use these ones. Okay, so you're going to score, you're going to want to score all your crease lines. I score all my crease lines first before doing any of my scissor work, only because it's a lot easier to see them when they're scored. So it's been crazy busy. I'm doing a ton of Christmas presents, plus I have my day job. And, but I'm super excited. I've been crafting like a mad woman trying to get all my Christmas presents done. I will try my best to share as many as I can. I do have to ship some, so hoping if I don't get a video made of them, I will take pictures of them and post them on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at thecraftbee. And I can put my Instagram and my Facebook page in the box down below if you like seeing what I'm up to, because sometimes when I'm busy and I don't have time to make a video, I just throw things up there. So all your score lines are burnished. Okay. On this one, you're all set. You don't have to do anything else to it. On the square, you're going to just cut on the one side of each square. To make little flaps. And so this is going to tuck under like this. And you'll get a little box. Okay, I'm going to set that off to the side for a second. And we're just going to cut in between each of these score lines. I'm going to cut a little like V out of them just to take the bulk out. So when we assemble it, it's not as much to deal with. You're just going to get all that bulk out of there and go through there. So my question to you guys is, do you guys buy all your gifts? Do you make all your gifts? Do you kind of do a combination? We're a combination family. There's certain people that will always appreciate a handmade gift. Then there's some people that are just really hard to shop for. So I usually try to find something cool. I am not a gift card person. I feel like a gift should say something about the thought you put into it, and so I'm not a gift card person. I don't usually give gift cards except for my husband because he specifically asks for them. One of the gifts I'm working on is my daughter has been asking for a dollhouse, and she keeps seeing commercials for it on like all sorts of dollhouses, on Barbie dollhouses and stuff on TV, and she's like, oh, I really want a dollhouse. Well, my father-in-law has my sister-in-law's old vintage dollhouse that their grandfather built, so I am in the process of painting it and gussing it up for my daughter for her Christmas present, so that she has a little bit of history in her dollhouse and not just the same dollhouse that every girl gets. So I'm really excited. It's coming out awesome. So I will hopefully, that one I'll probably share on Instagram, just because it's way too big to get on camera. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. And then work, you know, everybody has to go to work. So we're going to remove the score tape. You can use whatever adhesive you like. I'm a score tape kind of girl because liquid glue and I are not friends. And that's okay, so you're going to take this. This is going to be the inside base of your holder. So you're going to flip it so that that side's down. And this is going to be the front of your little box. So you're going to line this up just underneath that score line. You don't want to cover that score line and press it in. And then you're going to flip it over. And I do one of these. I tuck the little things in. And I got to put score tape on the front edges because I forgot. So I gotta stick some score tape over here. I make my gussets a 1/2 inch because I have 3/8 inch score tape. So it's just my go-to size for when I'm doing my math for mini albums, page making, or box making. And enough finger presses pretty well. Okay, so then this one is a little tricky, but I do one side at a time. I'm gonna try not to block the camera with my head, but I'm just going to line it up so it's square and flush with that edge. Give it a little press, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just square up that edge, give it a little press. And I'm going to come in here, and then I'm going to just press with my fingers, and then take the backing tape off of these two. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to kind of do one side at a time. I've got my finger underneath so I don't actually stick the side I don't want to. And then I'm going to come in here, line it up, and boom. The start of your box. Okay, so that's that. You're going to need a either a circle punch or a circle die to cut a circle out of your base, so you can nestle your cup in there. This is the one that I am using. It's just a basic circle die from Sizzix. And I take a little bit of washi tape, and where I place mine, give me one second, I gotta find the end to the washi tape. Get myself a little piece of washi tape. And I'm just using the washi tape to hold the die in place so that when I run it through my die cutting machine, it doesn't move from where I want it to be. So I'm going to try my best to eyeball. I don't measure. I want it closer towards the front and even on left to right. So I want a little space that way. As the lip of the cup hangs over towards the back, there's room back there from, like, the cup isn't pushing the back and making it not straight. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to line it up. Pop that on there. I've seen quite a few of these made, but they're all for like the teeny tiny little like to-go cups. And so I made a larger version. So I'm gonna just pull in my die cutting machine here and get my other plate. And I wanted something a little bit more substantial. So that's why I chose to do. A lot of people do these for craft fairs as something to sell through their craft fairs, which I think is a fantastic idea. I just wanted something simple for my kids to give out to teachers as like a little appreciation for the holidays. So I'm just going to run that through. I always run it through and then run it back. My Big Shot is crazy old and it's well loved, and I really need to get new plates for it. And then when I store mine, I just push my plates in so that all my stuff is together, and then I set it down. So you're just gonna take this out. And then pop this little centerpiece out, and you are good to go. Put that die off to the side. I will measure this die for you. I'm pretty sure it's 2 3/8. Yeah, it's 2 3/8 to the cutting, from one cutting line to the other across the diameter. You might, if you have a different size circle, you might have to adjust how high up this sits. This just happens to hold my cup up higher, which is why I did the 1-inch gussets here. Okay, and then the next step is just to decorate. You can kind of decorate however your heart desires. I like to corner around the top of my box. So I'm just going to corner around here, and I'm going to make sure that this corner around here, and I'm going to take one of my Distress ink daubers. I always just keep these around for, I just don't care for the like the white core of the paper. You can actually really see it on the edge of this box. See how that's all white? I just like to go in with my ink blending tool, which I really need more ink on. So I just have a little bit of walnut stain, and then I'm just gonna grab my ink and I'm just gonna ink the edges just so that they blend a little bit better and they're not so in your face. Okay. So yeah, my life is pretty boring other than just the daily grind. I don't do anything exciting. I go to work. I am a dog groomer. That's what I do during the day. So I hang out with I hang out with dogs, so it's not like I have a lot of cool, like, crazy customer interactions. I get a lot of kisses, but that's about it. And so, anyway, chatter, chatter, chatter. So you can ink blend, you can decorate these however your heart desires. I kept them all pretty simple, and when I'm mass producing, I do all the steps all at the same time. So I started out, I made one prototype to make sure that to get my measurements and get everything the way I wanted it, and then I made the other ones, leaving one extra one to make with you guys. But what I do is, like, I cut all my bases first. So I cut all the pieces I needed for all of the ones I was making. I made a total of 8. And then I assembled all of my bases. And then I cut all of my paper mats. And I'm not kidding you, I used scraps. I didn't cut any 12 by 12 paper up for these. Oh, I like this. I used all leftover scraps, but if you don't have any scraps that are big enough, there are plenty of cute Christmas pads out there, and you could do these for any holiday. You could just change out the paper and do these for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to use my ATG gun to adhere all of my design paper. Nothing too crazy going on. Putting a little bit of glue. I got a little bit on the outside edge. So if I ever, like, run my tape runner too far over the edge, I just fold it back in. And you're just going to line this up in here. And because the way I cut my mats is I cut them 1/8 of an inch shorter than what I cut, what the dimensions of my project are. So I have a 1/16 of an inch border. So this mat is 8 3/8 long. There we go. And it is 3 3/8 wide. And then all of my little pieces are 2 3/8. No, yeah, 2 3/8 by 3 3/8, because this is 2 1/2, so it's just 1/8 of an inch shorter. That way I get that nice little peekaboo border around. I'm going to put ATG on all of these and line them up. So the stuff that I bought for this, I got the paper clips from the Dollar Tree. I got the bulldog clips from the Dollar Tree. I got the cups from the Dollar Tree. I had the cardstock and paper in my stash. The candy canes I got at the Dollar Tree. And then the pens, the candy, like the Hershey's candies, and the dry erase markers I got at Walmart. But you can honestly get them at the Dollar Tree. I was just going for really nice pens because I'm a pen snob myself, and I figure teachers are probably pen snobs too. So there you have it. And then this just tucks, you just tuck all the little tabs in. I don't glue this part in because I don't see any point to, because it's an extra step it doesn't need. The tension of the box hold is in, and it's just to keep the cup from wiggling around. And just slide that down in. Settle it in there. It's all good. And then you just stick your cup inside. And there you go. You have a little box. You can decorate it however you see fit. I will show you the ones, how I decorated the ones I did, or that I finished. So I just took 2 circles with my circle die. Again, I used this smaller circle is the same circle I used for cutting out the hole in the bottom, and then I used one size bigger. I think this is a 2 3/4 inch circle, and I double layered that just to give it some more pizzazz. And then I made a little bow out of a strip of cardstock and my envelope punch board. I can actually show you that really quick, guys. Give me a second. Let me move that off to the side. I'll make a little green bow for you. So all you do is, I just did a 1-inch 12 by 12 strip because you can cut it down as needed, but it's easy to do math with round numbers. Oh goodness gracious, this piece of paper is wonky. Of course I had to pick a wonky piece of paper. There we go. So, a 1-inch strip and the envelope punch board, which if you guys have never seen that, these have been around forever, well, for a while. And so, to make a bow on an envelope punch board, I'm just going to grab a pencil and mark this. So this is 12-inch strip, so my center line is going to be, my center is going to be 6 inches, and then I'm going to make a loop, and I'm just going to divide this up. So I'm going to do 3 and 9. So I'm going to take my little 6-inch mark and center it in, there's a little punch notch. So I'm just going to center it in there as best as I can. Punch. I'm going to do the same thing with my 9-inch mark. I'm just going to center it in there. Punch. And take this one, center it, punch, and then I'm going to flip and do the same thing. So I'm just going to line it up so that this curve notch lines up to the center. Punch again. Do this one. Punch again. And then this one. Punch again. And then you can stick the ends in. And it'll give it like a little flag end. So punch. And punch. And then all you do to make the bow, get out of the way, is I take a little bone folder and I want to work my paper so it curves nicely and doesn't get any funky creases in it. So I'm just going to take it, and the two parts that are going to actually make the loops of the bow, I'm going to do that. So you're going to take this end, you're going to fold it into the center, trying to line it up as best as you can, and then you're going to take this end, flip it out, and fold it into the center. And then you have a little bow. And then all I do is just take a glue dot. So I have a glue dot. I'm going to just stick it in the center. Poorly in the center. Very off center for center. And I'm going to stick one side of the bow down and stick the other side of the bow down. And then you have a little bow, and you can decorate the center however you want. I would take, go ahead. But yeah. So there you go. You can put like a gem or whatever you want in there, and then you just glue the bow on the front of your project. And you can cut the tails down if you don't want them that long. You can cut them down to whatever size you want. But there you go. There's the little coffee cup holder. It's a great little gift for just the little extras that you need for quick gifts. They're inexpensive. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back soon with more videos sharing some other gift ideas. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.